Welcome to this introductory session of the laboratory of Arduino based systems. I have already put on the WhatsApp group the details of few YouTube videos wherein you can get acquainted with the concepts of Arduino based system working. In our syllabus, what do we have is that the first two modules are of what we can say fundamentals required for understanding Arduino based systems, that is digital electronics fundamentals and operational amplifier details. However, in the laboratory those two modules do not have any component, therefore it is not so easy to finish first theory and then laboratory for Arduino. Therefore, what I did is that even though theory lectures are going on first two modules and we have just started with the Arduino module, the prerequisite for laboratory is already put on the group, so that I am sure that you have gone through all those videos, and today I shall explain you how to use Arduino even though you do not know the exact details of Arduino. In the first few lectures I have told you about what Arduino corresponds to. It is just that Arduino is a chip which gets itself interfaced with the external world with the help of input-output pins. These are digital pins, and also analog input is available. So just nowadays, remember that when the syllabus was introduced, there were some opinions on whether the first year students would be able to understand it. Then we may find that even now Arduino is introduced at high school level as regards to its applications are concerned. Therefore, when it is there in the engineering course, what I will try to explain the necessary details required from engineering point of view, as well as I will also try to ensure that you are very easily and comfortably able to work with the actual Arduino based system. So, from just making use of Arduino point of view, what is an Arduino? Arduino is a chip which is having few pins which are output pins and few pin input. Actually these are defined as IOs. So with few output pins you can control something, with few input pins you can sense something. Few of the inputs are analog, means you can connect any voltage between 0 volts to 5 volts here, 1.2, 1.3, and it is sensed, it is converted into digital thing by Arduino, and it can be read by computer. Now when we talk of Arduino based system programming, this Arduino, which is a microcontroller itself, in the theoretical discussion which we are having, you are somewhat aware of it. So Arduino is a just some kind of brand name as such, but it is essentially a microcontroller, or microcontroller and microprocessor are very much synonymous, and this is connected to computer. This is connected to a computer. Why? Because it is not so easy for a general, what we can say, user to understand entire language in which Arduino works. It is machine language, it is binary. It is called as machine language, which is binary. So it is not possible that not a layman, even an engineer who is not having domain expertise of these things, he is not able to understand this. Therefore, what is done is that nowadays computer and its interface is quite easy. It is this Arduino board which consists of I/O pins. What is Arduino board? It consists of I/O pins. It is interfaced with computer over a USB interface. Just you know USB interface, and then what you can do, supposed to this microcontroller and in the memory program must reside, and the microcontroller in Arduino works based on the program. But the question is that it will require for you to know the language in which that is the operational code. You may be aware in theory lectures, opcode and all that, but that is not required for every user. Therefore, what is done is that this computer interface, and on computer there is a program with which you can work with Arduino, that is called as IDE, Integrated Development Environment. Once this integrated development environment, which is very simple like English language, and you may be aware of some programming language. So knowing C programming, now everybody knows any programming language and English. So whatever we want this Arduino to do is written in simple English using this IDE. There is a program in computer which converts this, means there are language converters. If two people don't know each other's language, then a person who knows both is able to do that changing or translation. Like that, this English like programming language which user knows is converted into machine language, which this microcontroller, on which microcontroller works, and then that is downloaded from computer into the memory of this Arduino board, and Arduino board starts working on that. So various programs, you can connect LEDs, you can connect the servo motors, you can connect the ultrasonic, you can generate pulse width modulated output. So all these programs are somehow, unfortunately, we are still unable to meet face to face, even though it is second semester. It was expected that even though it was not possible in the first semester to have actual interaction and actual practicals, in second semester we were hoping so, but it could not happen. But we have recorded all those experiments, and all those experiments will be made available to you one by one. But this lecture, this is just an introductory lecture on how there are 8 experiments for this our Arduino based system lab. It is the code is EN151. It is a 1 credit laboratory course for which there are 8 experiments. All recordings are available. Those will be shared to you, but you should know how this is done. So I will explain it once again in simple language, that Arduino board consists of a chip which is having obviously plus 5 volts and ground supply is there, plus 5 volts and ground is there. Then this can also be taken from USB, but that is not so important. There are few pins on which you can connect LEDs. There are few pins on which you can connect a switch. This is plus 5 volt. So this is say maybe 5K resistance. If the switch is open, this input is logic 1. If the switch is closed, this input is logic 0. So you can read this port, you can control this port. So working on Arduino means reading the input logical 1, digital input either 1 or 0 from external happenings. Maybe some limit switch is there, something is going on. Something is going on externally is red, a decision is taken, and that output is made 1 or 0. So based on some sensing, based on some logic, you can activate the input. Additionally, there is analog inputs. There are analog inputs also, wherein you can suppose that there is some light intensity is there, LDR based arrangement will be there. So if light is dim, it will sense less, means the voltage here, or temperature sensor we can have. We can have an arrangement where 0 to 5 volts will be corresponding for 0 to 100 degrees. So that sensing is done. So any variable which is continuously, not digital, not like a switch, a continuously varying input can also be made available to this Arduino. Inside Arduino there is an analog to digital converter which converts this continuous voltage into digital outputs, maybe 10-bit output, and that is read by the Arduino, and based on that some decision can be taken. So analog inputs, digital inputs and analog outputs. Based on all these things, we are having the practicals. So these input output pins are driven, that is, are handled by this microcontroller based on a program which resides here, and you can do that programming through computer, for which you are not required to know Arduino machine language. So that is entirely taken care by integrated development environment. Now individual recordings of all the experiments are based on this. So after you have watched this lecture completely, it is very easy for you to understand all the 8 experiments which we put on the your group. That is, these are recorded videos, video files will be put, so you can watch them, and I am very much sure that you will be understanding it very comfortably, and we will be having interactive. Somehow we could not meet, but I thought that you should grab all the information. In next 1 or 2 days we will be having interactive sessions on Zoom, and in these sessions I am very much sure that you will be able to understand everything. Any doubts, if ever, would be very much clear for all of you. I hope that after watching this, I will be uploading all the video files of the all 8 experiments one by one. You can watch all of them, and you are expected to watch them, prepare its notes and upload in the Google Classroom, which link for which will be again supplied in few days. There is no deadline as such, but you should complete it comfortably at the earliest. There will be some quizzes also, for which the announcement will be done in the group. I hope it is quite clear now.